there's this thing called the thin layer chromatography, and thin layer chromatography is no different. It's exactly the same, except that the concept behind it, behind the separation of the substance, that's different. So that's thin layer chromatography. In thin layer chromatography, everything would be exactly the same. I mean, the same spots they would be separating, just like in paper chromatography, except that there is not going to be any paper. What actually happens in thin layer chromatography is that you take a metal sheet. Okay, for example, there's this metal sheet, and that particular metal sheet has a gel on top of it. So here's your metal sheet with silica gel, or any gel whatsoever. Okay, so the metal sheet has silica gel on top of it, and so all of it is covered in this gel, and then you pass a solvent across it. The solvent contains a particular dye or a substance. So there's this solvent, and there's going to be a mixture that's going to be placed over here. That's your spot. Okay, so a spot is placed over here. As a mixture of dyes are placed over here. As I sorry, it's not. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, मैं फिर से repeat करूँ कि thin layer chromatography, you take a metal sheet with silica gel on top of it. There's a mixture of dyes that are placed on it, and there's a solvent passed just like in normal chromatography, and the silica gel. Uh, I said the silica gel is coating the metal sheet. Now, what's going to happen is, okay, if the dye is going to get separated exactly the same way. Okay, so let's say there would be the dye would separate into two separate dyes. One travels a longer distance, the other one travels a shorter distance. So this is, let's say, die one, this is die two. अच्छा, इसमें what's happening is कि why are the dyes separating? Separation happens कि if the dye forms bonds with the silica gel, तो वो रुक जाएगी. It's not going to travel. And if the dye does not form bonds with the silica gel, then it would keep moving forward. So the concept is different. That is, the separation is not happening because of a difference in solubility. It's happening because of the difference in attractive forces. ठीक है? So if die two must be very attracted to the gel, which is why it's not moving at all. And die one would not be attracted to the gel, which is why it's moving with the solvent as it is passed. ठीक है? Is this clear, Sara? Ali, is this clear? Aisha, clear है?
Yes, sir.
Sir, the gel is on the metal.
हाँ. ठीक है? So, and also the thing is that separation happens. अच्छा, so separation happens because of relative difference. As a relative difference in attractive forces between of the die, difference in attractive forces of the die. Between stationary and mobile phase. So that's it. Otherwise, everything is the same. Okay? It's only that the concept is different. And this is known as, the concept is known as adsorption. तो अगर कोई आपसे पूछेगा ना तो आपने लिखना है कि it's going to be adsorption. ठीक है? So it's because of adsorption that the dyes stop moving because they bond with the silica gel. ठीक है? Abu Huraira, is this clear? Sara, Aisha, clear है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, उसके बाद the other thing is कि you have another chromatography technique which is called gas liquid chromatography. So what is gas liquid chromatography? Uh, Something similar. A gas liquid chromatography, what you actually have is you have you have a very long tube-like structure. ठीक है? ये tube को मैं complete कर लूं, let's say. So it's a tube that's all coiled up. So it's a long tube-like structure, usually inside a container. Okay, let's put a container on top of it. Inside a container, and gases gases are passed through this. Okay, different substances, they are passed through this. For example, over here, the mobile phase is an inert gas like helium. So that's inert gas, and that's your mobile phase. Mobile phase would move, and there's going to be a vaporized substance that's added to it. A mixture and the substance is a mixture. So a vaporized substance is added, and there's going to be a solvent that would be coating the tubes. Okay, most of the time these tubes are made from metal tube surface. So there's a solvent that is coating all of these tubes, and there's a solvent that is present. There's a solvent lining. अब होगा क्या? What's going to happen is, okay, let's say I have I mean, this is a close-up view of the tube, and there's a solvent lining these tubes, and these are the gas particles that are these are the substances that are vaporized, and they're being carried by an inert gas. Now, if the particles are soluble, they would dissolve and they will not pass. For example, the blue ones are soluble. So the blue ones, they would move into the stationary phase, which is the liquid. Whereas the red ones, if they're not soluble, they would continue to travel forward. And so different particles, because of the differences in solubility, if something that's insoluble in the solvent, it would continue to move forward. If something that's soluble in the solvent, it would sort of slow down. Every time it's going to slow down, it's going to dissolve in the liquid solvent. It might vaporize again, might travel a bit, slightly more distance, and then might dissolve back into the solvent. So they would just continue. They would continue to slow down. So what's going to happen is that at the other end, different substances are going to be obtained, but at different time intervals. ठीक है? For example, die one reached this point first. So you started collecting die one, and then after some time you got, let's say, die two. Let's say the mixture was composed of two dyes, and now you're getting die two after some time. So this axis over here is time. ठीक है? This axis over here at the other end is time. और यहाँ पे जब हम बात करते हैं, we talk about retention time of die one and so on, or an retention time of die two. So there's no concept of RF value. There's the RF retention factor. That's not present over here. Retention time is present. Okay, how long does the die take to reach the other end? So just remember that separation is happening because of a difference in solubility, and the concept behind that is called partition. Okay, separation happens as a due to difference in solubility between mobile and stationary phase. ठीक है, is this clear? Ali, is this clear? Abu Rera, Sarah, Aisha, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Achha, but that's about it. Okay, you'll be asked about you'll actually not be asked much about this. Okay, gas liquid chromatography के ऊपर not much is usually asked. Uh, we'll see one or two questions. Just remember, okay, what's the concept? You might be asked about the concept. Okay, how is separation happening, and you have to write this that the concept is partition, and separation happens because of difference in solubility. You might be asked about measuring the percentage composition. For example, over here you can measure the amount of substances that you're getting D1 and D2 by measuring the area under the triangle. That would give you the amount of substance that you're getting uh, at the other end of the tube. Okay, that's about it. So that kind of pretty much sums up all of chromatography. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look. कि कुछ रह तो नहीं गया?
Sir, high performance liquid chromatography.
नहीं, वही मैं चेक कर रहा हूँ कि is it still there or not? अच्छा, chromatography के अंदर there's just thin layer, high performance liquid chromatography, not there. ठीक है, यही दो है. ये कौन सा वाला है? 2021, yes. ठीक है, अली clear है?
क्या सर?
I'm saying a high performance liquid chromatography is not there.
All right.
ठीक है, बल्कि बस सिर्फ ये दो लाइनें कि thin layer chromatography और ये जो गैस लिक्विड क्रोमेटोग्राम्स है ना, इसमें जो परसेंटेज कॉम्पोजिशन ऑफ अ मिक्सचर, ठीक है, इसको बल्कि थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा, क्योंकि इसी के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आता है, थोड़ा सा मैं ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ कि व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि इसकी जो आउटपुट होगी ना, आई जस्ट टॉक अ बिट मोर अबाउट दैट कि इसका एरिया अंडर द ग्राफ, ट्राइंगल का एरिया तो निकाल लोगे, ठीक है, तो दैट वुड बेसिकली जस्ट मेजर द एरिया, तो मेजर एरिया अंडर द ग्राफ एंड फाइंड द परसेंटेज कॉम्पोजिशन. दैट्स प्रीटी मच इट. कि डाई के अंदर ना जो सब्सटेंस यहाँ पे आपने एंटर किया था, डाई 1 डाई 2 थे, और उनकी परसेंटेज कितनी है, ठीक है, जस्ट फाइंड द एरिया अंडर द ग्राफ. अली क्लियर है?
जी सर.
चलो बस अब वी जस्ट ट्राई एंड प्रैक्टिस अ पास पेपर नाउ, ठीक है. इसके वजह से देख लेता हूँ कि लेट मी फाइंड इफ आई. So the question is कि there's a chromatography happening, और वो कह रहे हैं कि 3 different compounds हैं, उनकी ना JKNL was analyzed by thin layer chromatography, ठीक है. Remember thin layer और paper chromatography में कोई difference नहीं है. पीछे जो technique है ना of separation, that's the only thing that's different, otherwise they're the same. अच्छा, वो कह रहे हैं कि जो स्टेशी phase है ना, that's polar. स्टेशी phase कौन सा है? वो gel है, ठीक है, that's, वो कह रहे हैं that's polar. स्टेशी phase क्या होता है? That doesn't move. और वो कह रहे हैं कि मोबाइल फेस जो है ना, दैट्स नॉन पोलर. तो जो चीज, ये जो सॉल्वेंट है ना, जो इन इन डाइज को सेपरेट कर रहा है और उनको ऊपर ऊपर की तरफ लेके जा रहा है, दैट्स द थिंग दैट्स पोलर, सॉरी नॉन पोलर, ठीक है, दैट्स नॉन पोलर. तो आपकी डाइज जो है ना, रिमेंबर दिस इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट के थिन लेयर क्रोमैटोग्राफी के अंदर ना, जो नेचर होनी चाहिए ना स्टेशनरी फेज और मोबाइल फेज की, दैट शुड बी डिफरेंट. कि अगर ये पोलर है और वो नॉन पोलर है, तो सेपरेशन ज्यादा अच्छी होती है. उसकी रीजन ये कि पोलर जो होगा ना, दैट वुड अट्रैक्ट अदर पोलर मॉलिक्यूल्स. तो थिन लेयर क्रोमैटोग्राफी के अंदर एड्सॉर्प्शन होता है कि वो अट्रैक्टिव फोर्सेस पे डिपेंड कर रहा होता है, तो अट्रैक्ट्स अदर पोलर मॉलिक्यूल्स. it's not going to attract non polar molecules. Achha, it attracts other polar molecules. Now look at the three molecules. उसने कहा कि 3 डाइज हैं JKNL और तीनों का दिया हुआ है. उसने कहा आइडेंटिफाई करो कि कौन से स्पॉट्स हैं. So which one out of the three do you think is the most polar? Okay, if you look at the first one, if I draw the first one, the first one is CH3, so that part is non-polar. Serial bond O, and then there's carboxylic acid. मुझे बताओ कि ये पोलर है कि नहीं पोलर. मतलब it's capable of hydrogen bonding, right? कि OH है यहाँ पे, तो OH तो that's very polar. Serial bond O भी है, so that part is also polar. अच्छा, so this side could form hydrogen bonds, right? Now this other one, look at this one. This is इसके दोनों sides पे carboxylic acid. There are two C's in the middle. This side is double bond O and OH, and the other side is also double bond O and OH. So it has two OH groups, so it can form hydrogen bonds, and this other side could also form hydrogen bonds. So that means कि ये molecule है, this is more polar than the first one, क्योंकि it's capable of forming two hydrogen bonds. Look at the third one. As the third one is not capable of forming hydrogen bonds at all, क्योंकि वो क्या है, it's CH3. Well, it is polar, but not that polar. Remember, attractive forces may hydrogen bonds were the most attractive. Uh, they would generate the most attractive forces. So it's CH3, CH2, Cl bond O, and then there's CH2, CH3 again. So this molecule is not going to form any hydrogen bonds. याद क्लियर है अली क्लियर है सारा आयशा
जी सर.
ठीक है
Yes, sir.
अच्छा so you have three molecules so what I've done is I've basically identified okay, which one is the most polar. So this one is the most polar and this one is the least polar. तो ये most है and this one is the least polar. अब ऊपर जाके देखो जो polar होगा वो क्या हो जाएगा वो रुक जाएगा मतलब if the die is traveling upwards so you just spot number 3 and that would probably be the most polar. Why? Because it would not be able to travel. It would not be able to travel because it would be attracted to the stationary phase, which is polar, और वो वहीं रुक जाएगा. It's not able to. It's not going to move with the solvent. ठीक है ये solvent move कर रहा है, which is your mobile phase. It would not be able to move with the solvent. So spot number 3 would be the most polar. वो travel नहीं कर रहा. It's not able to travel. So which one is spot number 3? That is probably K. K is the most polar.
Okay.
ठीक है. तो बाकी वो भी clear है. अली अबू रहरा clear है. महफूज
जी
clear
सर.
है. So that's Acha, and which one is the least polar, which is continuing to travel with the solvent and is not stopping? That's going to be spot number 1. ठीक है वो solvent के साथ साथ travel किया जा रहा है, that would be the least polar. It's not getting attracted to the stationary phase. And the least polar is the last one. It's going to be L. So this one is going to be L, and this one is going to be the only one left is J. So spot number 2 would be J. ठीक है J is somewhere in the middle because it can form one hydrogen bond. ठीक है is this question clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Then they ask you what is meant by the term RF value. So you can just what is RF value? Distance traveled by dye divided by distance traveled by the solvent. ठीक है that's it. So that's pretty much it about for this one. कोई और देख लेते हैं. Let's find chromatography in this paper. ठीक है. अच्छा so how do I close this? अच्छा so this one. Now he's saying now he's saying paper chromatography and gas liquid chromatography both rely on the partition of compounds between mobile and stationary phase. Identify the mobile phase in the paper chromatography. So that's obviously the solvent, right? That's your solvent, which is moving, and then suggest what type of liquid is used in the stationary phase in gas liquid chromatography, or so it's usually a polar. इसका मैं check भी कर लेता हूँ just to check और फिर add भी कर लेते हैं. It should be a polar solvent. One second. क्योंकि वो जो gas use हो रही है that's inert. So which paper is this? This one is 43 October November 14. Just one second. बल्कि दोनों का चेक कर लेते हैं कि so this was what question? This was this one. This was question number 7. As a non-volatile लिखा. So first one is solvent, ठीक है, that's fine. Solvent is an answer. Second one is a non-volatile liquid, ठीक है, so they basically so just we can add this over here कि कितने हमारे notes ठीक है, which kind of makes sense कि non-volatile क्यों होना चाहिए उसे, but you don't want the solvent to evaporate क्योंकि gas is the mobile phase, ठीक है, gas liquid chromatography में, so the liquid should not evaporate and should not move with the gas. तो ये खैर बहुत ही माइनर सा पॉइंट था. कहाँ पे सॉल्वेंट लाइनिंग, इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ नॉन वोलेटाइल लिक्विड, ठीक है. ये क्लियर है सारों को, अबू हुरैरा क्लियर है, आयशा, सारा, इज दिस क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, so they were looking for the word non volatile. Then he's saying in both these techniques can be used to separate state. What you would measure in order to distinguish between the components in the mixture. Paper chromatography के अंदर you measure the RF value, and gas liquid chromatography में you measure the retention time. ठीक है, ये हमने डिस्कस किया था. A mixture of three compounds was analyzed by paper chromatography using a non-polar solvent. फिर से वही non-polar solvent, resulting chromatogram is shown. Identify which compound is responsible for each spot. So the solvent is non-polar now. So that means that if the substance, if the compound is polar, it's not going to move with the solvent. So for example, this can form, we question, this can form one hydrogen bond. This one can form two hydrogen bonds. And this one can also form one hydrogen bond. Achha, but these two are going to be more polar because not only can they form hydrogen bonds, they also have a serial bond O as well. But the OH wala part that's forming hydrogen bonds, but they're also more polar because this serial bond O is also polar, which is not the case in the middle one. ठीक है, जो middle one है ना, it only has a carbon chain which is non-polar. So ये जो होगा, this one would be the most polar because it's capable of forming two hydrogen bonds. Confusion इन दोनों के बीच में है, ठीक है, the first and the second one. Which one is the least polar? So it's probably going to be this one, the one at the bottom. Sorry, the second one. So this is going to be less polar because it only has a hydrogen bond. That also has a hydrogen bond, but that also has an additional serial bond O, which is also polar. So उसकी polarity जो होगी वो थोड़ी सी slightly more होगी, ठीक है? Is that clear, Ali? Sara, Abu Huraira, clear है?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, now the solvent is non-polar. So non-polar के अंदर जो polar चीज होगी ना, that would barely travel, ठीक है? The first one would be right at the bottom. ये कौन सा? Let's call it number 3. That would be right at the bottom. It would not be able to travel in a non-polar solvent. It would not be attracted to the solvent. It's completely non-polar. The second one is the least polar. So वो सबसे ज़्यादा travel करेगा, ठीक है? It's going to travel the most. So this one, I mean, this one would be the third one. This one would be the second one. और फिर बीच वाला रह गया. That's the first one, which is over here. ठीक है? Is this clear as well as Abu Huraira, Aisha, clear है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, and that kind of sums up the question, ठीक है? अगले का देख लेते हैं एक सेकंड. This one has अच्छा, ये वो gas liquid chromatography है, ठीक है? So he's saying an alkene, a carboxylic acid, and a ketone, all of similar volatility, are mixed together. The mixture is then analyzed by gas chromatography. As the separation of the three compounds depends on the relative solubilities in the liquid stationary phase. So there's a liquid. जो liquid में ज़्यादा dissolve होगा वो travel नहीं करेगा. ठीक है, मतलब gas आ रही होगी. साथ lining, मतलब the tubes would be lined with liquid. So if they are soluble in the liquid, they would just dissolve in the liquid and they would stop traveling. ठीक है, they would slow down. तो आपको देर से मिलेंगे. Now complete the table to suggest which compound in the mixture is responsible for each peak J, K, and L. Explain your answer by reference to the intermolecular forces of each compound. और वो कह रहे हैं liquid जो है ना वो alkane है. Alkanes are non-polar. Non-polar जो है ना वो polar चीजों को attract नहीं करेगा. ठीक है, तो अगर कोई molecule polar होगा ना, that would not dissolve. That would just keep traveling forward. And if it's non-polar, तो वो dissolve हो जाएगा. It would stop. तो compound किधर है? अच्छा, alkene. तो alkene आपको सबसे end में मिलेगा. क्योंकि alkene जो होगा ना, that's non-polar, and non-polar would dissolve in the non-polar liquid at the bottom. It's going to mix with it. तो वो slow हो जाएगा, पीछे रह जाएगा. So the first one is going to be, the last one is going to be an alkene. The first to arrive is going to be a carboxylic acid because that's highly polar. और बीच वाला ना फिर कीटोन होगा. Carboxylic acid इसलिए polar है क्योंकि it's capable of forming hydrogen bonds. So just remember that if the stationary phase is polar, it's only going to carry polar things with it. Polar चीजों को वो attract करेगा. The non-polar things would be left behind. And if the solvent is non-polar, the non-polar would mix with the non-polar. ठीक है? जो polar चीज होगी, that would continue to move forward. तो आपको जो सबसे polar चीज होगी, that would be the fastest to reach the other end. और जो non-polar चीजें, they would reach much later. ठीक है, ये भी clear है, अली clear है, सारा is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
चलो उसके बाद वो कह रहे हैं कि areas दिए हुए हैं. What he's saying is कि what he's saying is that student calculates the areas underneath the three peaks in the chromatogram. The area underneath each peak is proportional to the mass of the respective compound. Calculate the percent by mass for K. So मतलब आप क्या करोगे कि 18 divided by the total. That would give you the percentage 46 plus 18 plus 28. और into 100 करो तो आपके पास percentage आ जाएगी. ठीक है, that's it. So remember, they might ask you to calculate the area कि कौन सा कंपाउंड कितने उसकी कितनी अमाउंट आई है. ठीक है, एंड यू रूलर वगैरह से ना, इफ दिस इज अ थिंक ऑफ दिस एज अ ट्रायंगल एंड जस्ट अप्लाई द, वो कौन सा रूल फॉर्मूला होता है, हाफ इनटू लेंथ इनटू ब्रेथ, एंड दैट शुड गिव यू द एरिया ऑफ द पीक्स. इधर उसने वैसी दे दी है, यू जस्ट हैव टू कैलकुलेट द परसेंटेज. सो दैट्स प्रीटी मच इट. बाकी तो ऑर्गेनिक है. और देख लेते हैं एक और. So just remember कि बहुत ही बेसिक किस्म के ना क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. इंटरमॉलिक्यूलर फोर्सेस के ज्यादा आ रहे हैं. So this paper, वैसे मेरे नहीं ख्याल यहाँ पे है. I think he's saying a chemist. अच्छा, what is meant by the retention time? कि it's a time taken by the substance to reach the other end of a gas liquid chromatography. ठीक है, that's retention time. बल्कि इसकी भी proper definition हम देख लेते हैं एक second. अच्छा, स्पेसिमेन पेपर है. रिटेंशन टाइम का वैसे तो यही होना चाहिए. ठीक है, ज़्यादा बेहतर लग रही है. Time taken for a particular compound to travel through the column to the detector is known as its retention time. ठीक है, that makes more sense. तो ये हम इधर ऐड कर लेते हैं as a definition. वो भी उन्होंने पूछी हुई है. अच्छा, time taken for substance to travel and reach the detector in gas liquid chromatography. ठीक है. तो आई थिंक इतने ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आते नहीं है इस पे, लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से we've covered most of the things. ठीक है, we've done most of the जो भी 4-5 पेपर्स आ रहे थे उसमें उसके हमने क्वेश्चंस कर लिए हैं. ठीक है, क्लियर है सारों को?
जी सर.
Yes, sir.
यस सर. चलो ठीक है, एक आध में ना उसका पेपर क्रोमेटोग्राफी के एक आध और क्वेश्चन मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम ढूंढ के ना मैं शो करूंगा. ठीक है, चले. ओके,
ओके.
टेक केयर, अल्लाह हाफिज.